Alright, got this package in the mail, and got that package in the mail. Here's what it is. Now, a while back, I showed some of this card series, and it is only 45 cards. It is the DC All-Stars. Now, I'm trying to put together why Skybox actually did this and yet also did the other series at the same time. I think this might have been released somewhere else. It does have puzzle pieces, 9 different puzzle pieces. It has specialty cards in it, more I think than the other did. So I'm not super far from finishing this. I think of the puzzles I'm almost done with. So, and the big box you've seen has 16 packs, where the smaller one ends up having 2 packs. Got a dead shot. Let's see if we can bring that forward a little bit more. There we go. Dead shot. I think that one is new. I do believe I have the lowest and the booster gold of that. And you can see the styling of this at the time. And then here's the puzzle piece, is Wonder Woman. Now again, it makes the star, and then each of them have a corner, and it builds a big puzzle. These are from like 94, I want to say, 94, 92, somewhere in that range. This is after, gum's gone away and they've gone to these. This is the big hit, Ma and Pa Kent. We know everybody wanted that one. Same thing with this. Everybody needs an Alfred. Ice. Nightwing. Now, I don't remember the actual checklist. This is the checklist. And if you look, that's really the cards you're looking for. There's each one is broken up into little groups. It goes all the way down to where we have power players and then your puzzle cards. But there's also some holographic ones that come with this that you can get. I've been looking at them online because I know I'm not going to hardly get any. And then Aquaman is our puzzle piece. He might be new. Alright, that was the 2 packs. Now, in the box, bubble wrapped like crazy and packaged in these really nice black little bags. This person went all out with how to package. I can definitely say that one was packaged like crazy. It is 16 packs. So, and again, I pulled them, and it's funny because I don't know what makes these so expensive to a degree. I mean, I worked it till I finally found these at like $4 and something a pack. But there is Alfred again. That Joker looks like a new one, but I'm trying to think. And if you notice, this Hawkman, if you remember the other series about this time from Skybox, this was the modern age Hawkman, where you had the silver, or the golden age, silver age, and then the modern age. This is the Hawkman. And then our puzzle piece is Aquaman again. Again, I knew that possibility with the fact that there's only 9 of those, and I've got 18 total packs that I would cross over a couple times. I'm hoping it'll help me finish the rest of it by the time it's all done. Next will click. Guy Gardner. Again, that's also from that series. Booster Gold. Elongated Man. Guardian. And I believe that is a new one for me. That's the Flash, of course. And again, they're on each side of the star for all 9 pieces as it builds this big star with all the... Now, I put away most of my cards over to the side right now because I'm getting ready to work on purging my comics, so I'm just getting these done, the ones I've got coming in, then I'm going to focus on that. The Monarch, and as we know, it's going to be Hawk from Hawk and Dove. Oops, spoiler. Batman, which I do already have that one. There's Guy Gardner again. Martian Manhunter. There is Deathstroke. And then Batman is part of our puzzle piece. And I do believe that could be one of the ones I was waiting on. So that may have helped me between that and the Flash finish that series, which would be great because that would give me pretty much... The base set was only 45. It's kind of weird they went... I kind of liked it, but they went low on the set number, like amount. And then they went with these 9 puzzle pieces. So you get Doomsday, Batman. Now this is one I needed. I remember looking up the different ones I was missing, and Catwoman is one of them. It's a pretty heavy Batman centric because there's Batman there, and then Nightwing there, and then Peacemaker. And this may be the other puzzle piece I did need. Superman, and he's dead in the middle of the star. And this is Mullet Superman. This is after he would have returned. I keep thinking, I think this is, if you go and, I've got the Death of Superman cards and the Return of Superman cards, and out of those, Aquaman, John Stewart, Deathstroke, Geoforce, Phobia, and our puzzle piece is Robin. Again, like I said, there's a holographic kind of one that's in these, potentially. So, who knows what will happen in between now and the last pack I open. Blue Beetle, John Stewart, Panthera, Shazam. And if you remember, again, in that other DC series, you have the Golden Age, Silver Age, Modern Age Shazam. So, Phobia and our center star of Superman. Now, like I told you, these are 3 packs that he put together like this. There's 5 packs right here in each one of them, I think, so. And one of them's got the extra. I'm hoping somewhere in there I might get maybe 1 or 2 of the holograms, I'm hoping. Ocean Master, Flash, the Creeper, Panthera, Shazam, and our star is Wonder Woman. And again, 45 cards. It's not too hard to put together the whole set. Even the star ones, by the time it's all done. I do believe I've got all the star ones now. I'm beginning to see that I've got all of the cards now. I'm not finding... I spoke too soon. Bloodwind might be a new one there. And like I said, my star ones are coming out. I may, if I actually have two sets of the star ones, I may see there's a way I can put them together enough to stay inside a frame and then actually display the star, you know, in the way that it is. I think that would actually be pretty cool display. I'm speaking as if I have room, but that's the reason I'm purging again, and when I whittle my comic book collection down. Lex Luthor. That's the modern version where he's in the suit and he's just an overweight guy. Metamorpho. Aquaman. How about a little Our Man? And again, if you look, this is Hawkman. But if you look at the back, it goes through the stuff like his height, his weight, eye color, hair color, the fact that, you know, his first appearance, which none of us can afford, and, you know, different things like that and stuff. So it is little things about him. And then our star part is Hal Jordan, Green Lantern. And when I look at it, if I can put together the star, I may post that as a short just so you can see what the star would look like. Like I said, I put away my other cards that had this in it, so I'm just putting these in a backup box temporarily long enough to do everything. Good, got another Catwoman, which I did want more than one. Wonder Woman. Our Man. Nightwing. And then the corner with Robin. Now I'm really wanting, these holograms will spend a lot more than I thought it was, how hard it was to get them. Because they're not popping up very quickly. And I know this probably could come out of multiple boxes, all I know, but I was kind of hoping to get at least one out of this box. Because most people are wanting anywhere between $6 to $12 for them or more. And there's like 6 or 8 of them, I'm trying to remember. Because you can see now I'm getting a lot of repeats of stuff I've already picked up. And we're into our last pack. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. Like I said, I'd like to get the Batman hologram one in there. Because if I decide not to go after any of the others, I at least would have his already. As you can see, we're starting to repeat some people. Yep. This one's not a repeat. Orion. Doesn't mean I don't have it in some other stuff, but it's not. And then Shazam is the other puzzle piece. Now, again, I probably had, there's 9. I might have had 5 of the 9, maybe 6. So Shazam could be one of those I needed. Oh, sweet. Alright, we got our number 1 card, which is Superman. We get a Batman in this. And I will point out this is pretty heavy Batman. There's our Joker. There is Bloodwind, which we got. Our star is Superman. And the 4 holograms, out of the 4, I got the beautiful Batman one. So I got the one I really wanted. I did not realize that there's only 4. I thought there was more than that. So 4 may not be bad. If I can get one more out of these 3 packs, I'd have half. That Batman one is awesome looking. That right there is just, yeah, that's the proverbial Batman. That carries over from, like, even from the 70s kind of look to me, is how they did him. So I'm really pleased with that. And the fact is, that's the one I wanted most out of all of them. Yeah, that's a nice one. Gardner. There's fire. We got ice earlier. Ezra. And Wonder Woman is our star. Alright, 2 left. Because I was looking at some of the holograms and had somebody send me one for they dropped the price for me to like $7 and something for the Green Lantern, this hologram set. So Batman's going to be the most expensive, I believe, which now I've got him, so it's less expensive for me to try to deal with. Catwoman. Flash. Black Condor. Black Lightning. Nightwing. And Batman on the corner of the star. Again, I can see that I might have most of the set here without me even getting into my other set, so that's pretty good. Again, this was a total of 18 total packs between 2 sellers, because one of them only had 2 left at the price they had them at, so I picked up both of those. Deadshot, Mr. Mixelbook, Batman, Elongated Man, Peacemaker, and finally our star is Flash. So, again, my favorite part of it, I did get the Batman. I'm quite pleased with that. That is a beautiful card. As a Batman fan, that's a beautiful card. So, how'd you like them? Is that a set you would go after? DC Stars by Skybox. Again, somewhere between 92 and 94. I want to say 90, might be 94. For only 44 cards, so it's not a big set. You could probably buy this set and then work from there if you wanted to. If I can put together the star, I will, and I'll post it as a short. I've got a few other little things here and there coming, but as a whole, everything I'm going to be focused on soon here is all about purging my comics. I'm going to do videos, and what I'm going to do with the video is I'm going to take a box and I'm going to show what's in that box and say whether I'm purging it or not. So I'm going to take you on the ride of purging with me. We're just going to go through it, see what happens. You know, some of y'all might chime in that you wouldn't agree with me to get rid of stuff, but I'm looking at space. I'm looking at my original collection when I was a kid, because if I eliminated, my original collection was just over 6,000 books before I had to sell. Probably 2,000 of those were more modern. I say modern in the sense of 90s, early 2000 kind of thing. So as a whole, those books really didn't hold any weight with me, but they would be replaced by all the ones of the animated series, which I picked up from Batman to Superman to everything else, because they are important to me to keep. So, but outside of that, I'm really focused on dropping my collection again of some stuff that might be things like horror. I'm not a big horror fan, never have been. So there's certain books that were in my original collection I will keep. Others I will put into my purge pile. Same thing with like westerns. Certain things, I love certain books because they were part of my childhood, but I was chasing all of them at one time, and I don't need to. Westerns, military, I was chasing any of them that I seen, thinking that that would make that much of a difference for me to have the whole run of something, when realistically it's not really what I wanted. So, but going forward, I'm going to try to focus where I can get it down to a nice low number, feasibly working with and doing everything, and then that way my cards, my comics, and my toys all have their own room and space enough to where I don't have to have it all stacked up on each other and then just crowded like crazy. So the purge will begin soon. So I apologize to being long-winded with it, but it's been on my mind and what I want to try to do. Hopefully you enjoy these. I love that card again. And I will talk to y'all later. Have a good one.